Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Yeah, I just want to celebrate. Yeah, Oleksandr Usyk is still the champion, y'all. Unified. Slava Ukraine. I don't know. That's what they all say. Anyways, for those of you that missed it just now out there in Warsaw, Poland, at I don't really know how to pronounce that huge soccer stadium they were at in front of 40,000 plus fans, Oleksandr Usyk, the man of the hour, got the 9th round stoppage over Danny Dubois. Oleksandr Usyk successfully defends his WBO, WBA, IBF, and IBO championship belts. The only belt he does not have, folks, is the illustrious green WBC belt, being currently held hostage by Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Apparently, his talks are in line with, Francis Ngannou, as opposed to unifying the straps with Oleksandr Usyk. That's a whole different debacle in and of itself. Right now, it is celebration time for the man of the hour, Oleksandr Usyk. Let's give that man a round of applause. Congratulations to that man, Oleksandr Usyk. He did what he had to do, and he beat him in front of a crowded stadium or arena, whatever you call it, in front of his own people out there in the Ukraine. Let me show you real quick what the only real controversy about that match was. And actually, let me show you the actual stoppage that occurred as it broke down, because apparently Danny Dubois has the same issue with jabs that Dillian White has with uppercuts. Once again, Triple D Danny Dubois catches an L just like he did the first time against the juggernaut Joe Joyce, and it was via a jab. Oleksandr Usyk successfully defended his unified heavyweight championships of the world using a jab. So let me see if I can pull up this screen for you real quick. I wish I had more fluid movement as I'm moving between these screens, but let's see. Oh yeah, my folks over there at Boxing and Barbecue were awesome enough to have this post there. So let's see. Boom, there you go. Let me see if I can expand that size for you so y'all can get a good look at what I'm looking at. Yes, Sirski. And check it out. Here we go. Oh, sit down, big man. Sit down.
For the second knockdown.
Uno más tiempo.
A knockout as a heavy. Oh! There it is. What a short shot with the right hand for the second knockdown of the night by Oleksandr.
It is what it is, folks. Uno más tiempo. That's Spanish for one more time. Para mi gente, for my people. I'm not even Latino, my friends. Thank goodness for education. Uno más tiempo para mi gente. One more time for my people.
A knockout as a heavy.
Oh! What a the jabby jab.
With the right hand for the second knockdown of the night by Oleksandr Usyk. That was a thing of beauty. So accurate. It's over. It is over. Statement made by Oleksandr.
There it is, folks. The statement effectively made by Oleksandr Usyk via a jab. Did Danny Dubois quit? I don't really know. I think once you've been getting hit in the head successive amounts of time by a very technically gifted heavyweight, I'm sure it feels like boulders after a while. Some would say he quit in his fight with Joe Joyce. These are what critics say. These are people who have not laced up gloves and gone inside the ring and don't understand just how difficult it is to constantly get treated like a bobblehead doll by somebody that has you outclassed technically or is just sheer physicality in the case of Joe Joyce. This time, it was a technical mismatch. Oleksandr Usyk was the smaller guy, although I do believe Danny Dubois came in at lighter than he has at any of his pro fights recently. I think he was like 230 pounds, so he did move around well enough in that fight. Every round, essentially, I had won by Oleksandr Usyk. There were spurts where Danny Dubois was kind of competitive with it, but overall, he was just outclassed. There was a moment in the 5th round where Oleksandr Usyk legitimately hit the canvas, and was it a low blow? Let me see if I can pull up the image here of what was going on that has everybody upset in the boxing fandom world on the YouTube sites and the Twitter sites currently. So let me see if I can find my friends over here at Sporting News Fights on Twitter. Were kind enough to get a good video footage stream of that knockdown. So apparently it happened here. We're gonna watch this shot.
The perimeter. Oh, there's a body shot from Dubois. And there are saying that's a low blow, a bad low blow. And Louis.
Now, as you can see, it made him drop. Let's watch this one more time.
The perimeter. Oh, there's a body
Yeah.
Dubois.
Let me slow motion this for you. Oh goodness, the advent of technology, folks. We can slow down the footage so you can see what it is we're looking at. Let's see this in 1/4 speed. There you go. Ooh, I think the real problem with that viewpoint is the angle, right? We can't really see it because he is not facing us. So thank goodness my friends over at the Low Blow Boxing Podcast, or Below the Belt Boxing Podcast, ended up sharing an image of an angle that showed, let's see, or Below the Belt Boxing Podcast. Oddly enough, what a strange name for a, boxing podcast. It's such an appropriate moment, a scandalous event, or this one's going to be talked about for a while, folks. So you see it way more clear on this one. Oh,
c'est même pas un coup bas.
C'est pas si bas que ça, effectivement.
Non, c'est pas un coup bas.
there you go. Uno más tiempo, folks. It was at the belt line, and the thing that made the referee spot decision it was how it ended, how he landed. Most of his punches were below the belt on that one. Let's slow that one down real quick, and let's see if I can get that, because it's already slowed down. Quarter slow down. Let's see if this makes a difference. There you go. Oh, Danny Dubois, if he'd have just landed that perfectly, all that open midsection. Oh, goodness. This one is going to be debated, folks, for a while. Rest assured. Controversial, knockdowns like that. And Oleksandr Usyk must have took something like 5 or 6 minutes with that one, So let me show you what the photo of the punch looks like. Now, here's what the thing is. This is the belt line right here, folks. And the issue is most of this glove is kind of below that belt line right there. So there is really a spot decision by the referee. I think you could make an argument in either directions. I don't think it was foul play on the part of the referee. That is low enough to hit the cup, and once that cup gets hit, it hits you in the prize family crown jewels. It's not the kind of situation you want to be dealing with. So, we've got all kinds of stuff going on or not going on in the heavyweight division because of a particular person whose name I shall not mention, like he's Voldemort. Let's go see right now where the standings are in the ring in the heavyweight division. Thank God for BoxRec or boxing rankings. Now, let me share the screen with you good folks. In the top 5, according to the Ring Magazine rankings, you got Tyson the Gypsy King Fury at number 1. That's underneath the champion, the unified champion, Oleksandr Usyk, of course. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Zhilei Zhang, Andy Ruiz Jr. That is where your top 5 is right now. I guess if you want to look at the other 5, Dillian White, Joe Joyce, Luis Ortiz, your man Broseph Parker, and Flip Ergovic. The king at the present moment, Oleksandr Usyk. Unless you're a heavy, Gypsy King, unless you're a heavy Tyson Fury fan, which I believe because of Tyson Fury's constant lollygagging around this undisputed fight that we desperately want as boxing fans, I think most people are emotionally more on Oleksandr Usyk's side. Tyson Fury, he needs to get it together. There is only one fight that boxing fans want to see. Folks, it is that fight right there. We want to see the fight between that man, Oleksandr Usyk, and that man, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury at the top. There goes your boy, Oleksandr Usyk at the bottom of that picture. He is hurting. He is hurting on the inside because he wants that fight for himself. Slava Ukraina. He wants to see himself as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world to go give his peace of mind and his love back to all of his people out there in Ukraine. The stadium was packed. It was a great performance. Hopefully, we get the undisputed championship fight between Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, I guess, after he does his thing with Francis Ngannou. Oleksandr Usyk successfully defends his unified heavyweight straps via 9th round stoppage over Danny Dubois. Boxing community, for those of you that witnessed that, what did you think? Hit that like button, hit follow if you haven't already done so. Leave your comments in the comment box, y'all. You know what time it is. This is Hot Boxing Minute, the future of boxing analysis on YouTube. Peace.